is the second episode of Ultimate Solution to Broken Homes, and today we're discussing effects of broken homes. It is a well-known thing that the most of broken homes are affected by the children. And the first thing they'll be facing is lack of moral etiquette. So if you are not there to take care of your kids, it is very, very difficult, except with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will only get someone to do it on your behalf. So lack of moral etiquette, nobody's going to take care of the children, nobody's going to monitor them very well. That is number one. Then social problems, which will result to always be on the social media, learning one or two things, and they'll be learning it wrongly. And another one is teenage pregnancies. By the time you are not there as a mother or as a father, I'm not saying single parenting doesn't really have a lot of reward at the end, but what I'm trying to point out here is by the time we put the percentage came from broken homes to that of brought up by their parents, definitely we always see the difference. So product of broken homes, we see them with unwanted pregnancies and increase more and more on annual basis. So, and also we have inadequate education. By the time we look around, we see people, okay, if you ask them what is your name, they will tell you their name, what's your level of education, and later you realize, okay, because the mother is no more, she's no more there to monitor the education from the beginning. And as well, if that is not done at the early stage, at the end of the day, they will end up being jobless, and they won't be able to achieve their aims and objectives in life. And this will definitely affect the economy. We see some of them becoming a liability on their age group, to the society, and it really affects a lot. So we are looking at all these effects, and even to the couples as well. That means you have to start afresh again. You have to start thinking of what to do. You have to start thinking of, okay, where do I start from again? Do I need to get someone else? That is number one. Number two is like you are starting a new school again. So that means, I'm not saying you're a failure, because repeating a class tells you that you're a failure, but it's sending a signal to you that you need to tighten your belt very well. So another problem is, it's creating another problem for the society, increasing the number of because by the time you look at the population, we are more. In fact, if we are not times 3 of that of men, I'm very sure we are times 2. So that means we are adding more problem to those who are still expecting to be engaged years later. So basically, these are some of the effects, and we really need to look at it through the solution. Home, either we like it or not, has negative impact on the children. That one is certain. Although the age matters a lot, I'm not saying this because I'm saying it is right. If it is possible for us to do everything humanly possible to put an end to it, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, may Almighty Allah protect us. So it is emotional. It affects the child's emotional development. They may be depressed. They will be stressed. In fact, it will affect them that they might not get their parents to whatever they have to do sometimes, almost. No matter how good they are, no matter how rich the parents are, there will be a slowdown, and it's going to affect them. So, when I was talking about the emotion, I said something. So when they are depressed and they are stressed, definitely it will affect them academically. And by the time they are going through all these, directly or indirectly, they will be losing contact. When I say contact, they always have their own vision, their aims. And by the time they are facing a lot of challenges through the broken home, then they will not be focused. They will lose focus. And by the time they lose focus, they will lose a lot of things. But the fourth point is social effect. The social effect has a lot of impact on them negatively. The first one is that social relationship is affected. They wouldn't want to discuss with anybody. Some of them, at the end of the day, isolate themselves, and this may result into something very bad at the end. The third one is the result to nagging. They don't want to talk to anybody. They want to be alone. Another one is bullying. Any little thing, they transfer aggression. And when they get to school, they realize maybe saying a lot of things good about their parents. It affects them negatively as well as psychologically. So by the time they are going through all this, they lose social interactions. They don't want to relate with anybody. They don't want to go for sports. They don't want to do anything except if the parents are really doing a lot of work on them. And even when they are doing it, that means they will be receiving different advices from their parents. So at the end of the day, which one will I choose out of this? And that will lead us to the fourth effect, which is family dynamic. There is no broken home that will come to normal. There is no way it's not going to affect the children that happens to be the victim at the end of the day. So it affects the relationship of both parents. That is number one. And it affects the children as, do I support my mother or do I support my father? So they have to be in between. And that will give them a lot of stress. They won't be able to think straight. They won't be able to behave well. And under this family dynamic, they will be distracted. Because they'll believe, okay, I don't want to support my mother. My mother is always complaining about my father whenever I visit. My father is only complaining about my mother whenever I visit. It's better, let me select or choose one of my friends so that I can be talking. And by the time they are doing that, they may be doing it wrongly. So that is why these four effects has a lot on the children. And we need to work on this when we are discussing the solutions, inshallah, which is going to be the last episode. May Almighty Allah continue to guide us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi